Hey everybody, it's me, Chris. I'm back over here in the kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of our favorite things, and that's French toast. It's a very easy thing to make. I'm going to show you how simple it can be, but it's really delicious. Only a few key ingredients that you need. And usually when I make a big batch. I like to freeze it, so I always have it available. You could take it out and put it right in your toaster oven. And we absolutely love it. So let me show you what I got. The most important thing you need is really the bread is key here. And I found this bread. This is by Nature's Own, perfectly crafted. This is a thick sliced brioche style bread. And this is probably the best bread I've used to make French toast. So I only use this now. You need about a little more than a loaf. So I buy it when it's on sale. I stock up. But you could use your favorite bread. You could use a challah bread. And then I have my ingredients for my custard here. So I have 2 cups, half and half. You can use milk if you don't have half and half, that's fine. But the half and half is going to give you a really nice custard. I got 4 large eggs. I have a 1/4 cup sugar. I have 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And then look what I did with my bread. I like to take it out the night before because I usually have it in the freezer. And I put it on one of these wire racks. And I put it inside the oven to dry out. And that gets the bread a little bit dry. You don't want to leave it out on the counter overnight. It'll get too hard, okay? Or you can just skip this step or just leave it out about an hour before you make your French toast. And then to cook this, I'm using clarified butter. Again, I think this is something that really helps and gives you a much better product when you use clarified butter. If you don't know how to make that, go check out my video. So if you want to take a screenshot, this is the recipe here. I put it on the paper for you for our French toast. All right, so before we start cooking, I like to take my bread. You see how I stacked it on a plate here? So it's ready to go. All right, and then I got 2 cookie sheets here, just like this, with some parchment paper, so that when my French toast is done cooking, I'm going to put them right on here, and these will be ready to go right in the freezer. I can freeze them and bag them up. I'll show you that when they're done. All right, so let's get going with this French toast. The first thing we're going to do is make our custard. I got a large glass bowl here, and a whisk really helps. I mean, you need a good whisk to get this properly mixed. I'm just going to crack my eggs into the bowl. All right, so I got my eggs in the bowl, and you notice I'm using a glass bowl. This way you can see if you got any shells. So I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients, my half and half, my sugar, and you can use more or less of these ingredients to your taste. I have my vanilla, and then the last thing is cinnamon, and we love cinnamon, so 2 teaspoons is a nice amount for us, but you could adjust it. And now all you gotta do is just give this a really good mix. All right, so this is good. This is really, really well mixed. You can see it's frothy. That's how much I mixed it. I whisked it for a good 2-3 minutes to make sure this custard is really well incorporated. And then what I recommend, you could leave it in the bowl, but I like to use a flat casserole dish like this. It just makes dipping the bread easier. I can do 2 at a time. I'll show you. So before I start cooking, I'm gonna transfer this right into my casserole dish. And it already smells. It smells like French toast. It smells so good. All right, so my custard's ready to go. I got my bread ready. And today I'm cooking on my large non-stick griddle here. This one's by Presto. I did a review on this if you want to go check it out. It's a great little griddle. It's a very good price as well. And this is large enough I could do it in 2 batches. That's why I like it. But if you're using a non-stick pan, that's fine. You just do 2 or 3 slices at a time. So I'm just going to grab a spatula. I'm going to grab my clarified butter, and we'll start cooking. All right, so my griddle's nice and hot. I'm going to put down some of this clarified butter here. And now you could use regular butter, but regular butter tends to burn. That's why I like to use clarified butter. And again, go check out my video. It's very, very easy to do. I'm just going to spread this out onto my griddle, and we'll start with our first batch of French toast. All right, so this is ready to go. We're going to start with our French toast. And again, the reason you want to dry that bread out a little bit, it's going to soak up that custard. All right, I don't want too much in there, but it really helps. I think it makes a much better French toast. So I'm going to take 2 at a time. And look, I just flip it, dunk it down. And I'm going to do this probably 2 or 3 times. I just want to give this a chance to really absorb enough of that custard. All right, just like this. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Just shake off the excess, and then we'll start laying them down onto the griddle. All right, and again, same thing. And you see this shallow dish here, using this casserole dish, it just makes it a lot easier. All right, so got 2 more here for this first batch. And you know, you can feel it with your fingers. You can feel when that bread, because the outside's a little bit dry from sitting out, you can feel it start to really get soft, and you'll know when it's ready, when it's got enough custard in there. All right, there you go. We got 8 pieces on. Now we'll just let these go for 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll flip them. All right, so these look like they're about ready to flip, and depends on what you're cooking on, but it's about 3-4 minutes per side. So I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to start to flip these. You can see a nice golden brown crust on that one. All right, let's see this one. Oh yeah, these are ready. So I'm going to go ahead and just flip these all. So these are flipped. These got to cook 3 or 4 minutes on the second side. They look incredible, and they smell incredible. That smell of cinnamon and vanilla, there's just nothing quite like it. All right, so let's take a look at the other side. And oh yeah, these are done. These are perfect. So these first batch is ready to come off. And so look what I'm going to do. I'm just going to transfer it right over here, right to my parchment paper. And then, like I said, once this cools, we can pop them right in the freezer. All right, so I gave my griddle a quick wipe down. I put down some more clarified butter. And now I'm on to my second batch. And this should be enough custard to get you 16 slices. If you're ever doing this and you run out of custard, or you're running out of custard, just add a little bit more milk, or half and half at the end, just to get enough to coat the last of your bread. But you should get 16 slices out of this. All right, so my French toast is done. And you know what? Depending on how dry your bread is and how much you soak it, you're going to use more or less of that custard. So like I said, if it seems like you're running out and you want to get the full 16 pieces, you could just add a little bit more, half and half. But I like a lighter soak, so I usually get at least 14 to 16 pieces from that recipe. But you could plus it or minus it. Just add like another half a cup of half and half if you want to be safe, all right? And now the reason I put it on the parchment paper, so I can pop it right into the freezer. All right, so these are already frozen. And then we could take them off, and this way they won't stick together. And then just put them right into one of these large Ziploc bags. And then when you're ready for French toast, you could defrost them for a little bit and throw them right in the toaster oven. All right, so let me show you how I like to plate this up. And these are still really nice and hot. All right, I just like to cut them on the diagonal like this, and I'll just layer them on a plate here. I got this nice serving plate. All right, just pop them in like that. And then maybe I only had a couple raspberries, but you can put those down just for a little bit of decoration. And then I always like to put some powdered sugar right on top, just like this. And then of course you need some maple syrup. All right, all that's left to do is to try this, and look who showed up after all my hard work. You're supposed to be helping me with this.
No.
All right, you ready to try it?
Yeah.
Here you go. Nice piece.
1 second.
Oh, you want a raspberry with it, huh? Okay. You like it? All right, we got a winner. So there you have it. That's how you make easy but really, really delicious French toast at home. Hey, I hope you liked that video. Jack, what do you think, buddy? Anything you want to tell everybody?
Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.
Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.